Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Another Set of Eyes with today's Excel Bytes blog post. Today we're going to take a look at the Scenario Manager. Scenario Manager is located in the Data tab under the Data Tools group and in the What If Analysis pull-down menu, and there it is, Scenario Manager. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add three scenarios that I identified here to our small income statement that shows gross sales, net, and various expenses that could vary based on these percentages. So we're going to go ahead and say I'm going to add a scenario, and I'm going to say scenario number 1. And the cells I'm going to change are going to be cell C3, I'm going to hold down my control key, C7, and C8. And so I've called it number 1. I've identified this changing cells. I'll say OK. Now what are the values I'm going to put in there? I'm going to put, for number 1, I'm going to put 0.04. And for number 2, I'm going to put 0.40 for material and 0.35 for labor. Now from right here, I'm just going to go ahead and add another one. I'll call it scenario number 2. Say OK and enter the values there. 0.05 for SG&A, 0.40 for material, and 0.35 for labor. And finally, I'm going to add my scenario number 3 for the same three changing cells. Say OK, and I'm going to put 0.05 for SG&A, 0.38 for material, and 0.32 for labor. Say OK. And now I have my three different scenarios, and now all I have to do is select any one and click the Show button, and notice it will populate the cells C3, C7, and C8 with those percentages that I have listed under number 1 and the appropriate gross sales and net sales percentages that it results in. If I select number 2 and say Show, I'll get the results for that, and number 3 and Show, and it'll change those appropriately to give me the results of my three different scenarios. Those can be saved in my Scenario Manager, and I can toggle through those to see the impact of each one of those. Another nice feature that's offered in the Scenario Manager that you can see here is the summary. If I select that, notice that I can either get a summary report or a pivot table report showing the results of my Scenario Manager's options here. So, and notice it already pre-populated cell 13, column B, and 14 as the resulting cells. You can change those if you just want to see 1 or 2 or other ones in your report. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK, and notice it creates another tab called Scenario Summary and automatically generated the summary report. This is what the current values are that are in the table, and this is scenario 1, 2, and 3, and then the resulting cells of B13 and B14 with the changes in each one of those. And that's the Scenario Manager that's available in Excel. Hope you found it beneficial, and hope you come back for more. Thanks for watching today's post, and if you'd like to see more, please go to my website, excel-bytes.com, and feel free to subscribe to my blog post. Happy excelling!